Wow. Look on the screen. 4 dead, 3 injured. Why? 19 years old. 4 people are dead, 3 are injured. The angry, diabolical, homicidal seed of Poverty D. Again, the onesie, ABC123 felony onesie, definitely is applicable to this thing on the screen. Yes, I did say thing. You're taking lives. Poverty D and Poverty P, she's Mrs. IOD, incubator of destruction. They get together and release a tragedy on the community. And look what has happened. You hear what the woman said. He approached her, I guess in a nice manner, turned around, shot her. He shot at her, 3 times? And she got, I think, once in the leg. Asking for directions. These inferior men, the hatred, you don't want to be near an angry bird. You don't want to be near the seed of Poverty D. And you wonder why people are like, excuse me to some people. I understand some people just keep on walking. They don't stop. That occurred to me. This is why. Oh, they're being rude. They're just profiling me. No, maybe they're afraid for their safety. Again, what did the lady say?
He was like, excuse me, ma'am. Can you tell me how to get to Whitehaven? And I'm like, Whitehaven? I said, well, it's just up the expressway. By the time I looked back around at him, that's when I saw the gun pointed at me. And he popped off 3 shots.
I'm emotional. When you see your daughter laying on the ground screaming for her life, that does something for a parent.
So that lady was with her dad, changing the tire on the vehicle. So he stopped. Appeared to be respectful. Excuse me, ma'am. We don't want to face it. And evil is everywhere in our communities. We have an epidemic of the youth just wanting to kill and murder. Maybe it's show games, maybe it's show rap music. I wish the same anger that doctor they gave out about black men when they had her fired and put information out there. And of course, her tone was not professional. However, she wasn't in her office. She was doing her own thing on TikTok. And she became emotional. And people say things when they're emotional. You become emotional maybe sometimes when you give a darn. I wish we had that same anger toward these lyrics every time I look up. I shot that ninja. I killed the ninja. You know what I mean? But that's just so blasé, so passé. We're used to it. It happens. Because that's what's in the music, and this is what they're doing. Another example, the seed of Poverty D and Poverty P get together. They form a tragedy and release it on the community, and that's why this food is on the screen. But we want to pretend. We want to pretend, and we want to ignore the racism and the self-hatred within. A lot of our people hate themselves. A lot of these black men hate black women. You're hating your mama, go find your daddy. It's easy to walk off. It's hard to stay there with circumstances and raise a child on your own. Some of these same black women, I was looking at something, I thought, wow. I just looked at it. It was a movie. And we were talking about it, and I said, I'm sorry, that's just a bum deal. In some marriages, you got women doing everybody's different. Marriage is about the contract. You doing all this work. You working outside the home. Then you come home, work in the home, raising children, cooking and cleaning, running all the errands. I get it. Sweetest time to me, I would have been in that contract and so on that. And I said, I just wouldn't go for that. I'm not going to be working no 46 hours a week outside the home. Also, I can raise your children. Then I'm coming home. And some women do it. Everybody's different. I'm just speaking for me. Then I'm coming home cooking and cleaning. Then got to take care of him. And you don't know the dude might have an affair. Or you might put all that working. And then 20 years, child, what do they call it? Might get traded in for a new model. Oops. What's the man's contribution? And and then 50-50, you done lost your rabbit mind. 50-50, I'm sorry, I'm calling it a sucker's deal. We paying bills 50-50. And I'm having the children, raising the children, you help too. And then I'm coming home cooking and cleaning. You can go to the grocery store. You expect one person to go get the food and then come home and cook the food and clean up. Oh, and then 50-50. To me, I mean, that's just me. It may work for some people, and that's just great. Your family unit may work. Now imagine somebody being single and you doing this all yourself, by yourself, and carry the seed of poverty multiple times. I just can't see it. I heard people say, oh, the mama working 2 jobs. So who raising him? The streets. And then before you go to get a phone call, I didn't raise him to do that, but he did that. Well, the streets was raising him. Since his daddy wasn't there, and he might be a POS too, the streets raised him. That's why I say, be careful who seeds you carry. And we need to talk about some marriage before we carry. Need to put a ring on it. Offer some financial stability. But this here, my point is, you have a lot of kids being born, stuff just happening, woman getting pregnant, and they're just going on. And then next thing you know, the same, for him to do this to this woman, I see that he hates women. He probably hates his mother. Where your daddy at? Call Dee, disappearing dad. Where's he? Where's he at? Your disappearing dad. Not mad at him. I really think a lot of them are mad at their mothers. And that's why then they go into society. A woman doesn't even know her from a can of paint, never encountered before. They're changing the tires, she and her dad. Excuse me, ma'am. As to get your confidence appear respectable. And then turn around and start shooting. He did what he wanted to do. He just said, excuse me, man, try to find a job. Doesn't want that. And it is sad to say, some black women, you're birthing some of the murderers of your own, of yourselves and of the community. They're so angry. So angry. Don't forget. So we got 4 people dead, 3 injured. When he was a little kid, I believe in second chances. I'm going to give him a second chance. Maybe if they had kept him locked up, he wouldn't be able to do this. These Dusties are anti-freedom. You want prison reform? Well, for some of them, that's where they want to be. I heard Becky say that one of those shows about, Love After Lockup. And she was like, yeah, at least there you don't have to. I could not believe it. At least there you don't. I'll try and find the clip. At least there you don't have to worry in prison. You know, you got a bed and some food to eat. You don't have to worry. His criminal background, what was that about?
On that record, we see a case from February 3rd, 2020, meaning he would have been a juvenile when this happened, and he was transferred to adult court. Now, the charges were 2 criminal attempts, first-degree murder, aggravated assault, a gun charge, and reckless endangerment. Again, this would have happened when he was a juvenile. He was transferred, and from February 3rd, 2020, meaning he would have been a juvenile when this happened, and he was transferred to adult court. Now, the charges were 2 criminal attempts, first-degree murder, aggravated assault, a gun charge, and reckless endangerment.
You did hear that right. A gun charge, reckless endangerment, and 2 charges for what? Attempted first-degree murder. Attempted. Well, guess what? They let him out, and now he succeeded, and 4 people are dead. 3 injured. When are we going to realize there is a major issue going on in the BC? I'm telling you, it's amongst ourselves, in the community. That's what the danger is. You think racism is your major problem. Oh, that's a problem. You darn skippy. You know what's the worst problem? Being stupid and self-hated and dangerous and diabolical and deadly. They kill you and you kill you. We want to put our heads in the sand and pretend it's only an issue when a white cop shoots a black man. Gotcha. Gotcha. 2 charges of attempted first-degree murder. When he was a juvenile, well, now he's 19 and he succeeded. We want to pretend. Some people got mad at when I did the ABC 1, 2, 3 felony ones. If the shoe fit, if the ones that fit, put it on him.
February 3rd, 2020, meaning he would have been a juvenile when this happened, and he was transferred to adult court. Now, the charges were 2 criminal attempts, first-degree murder, aggravated assault, a gun charge, and reckless endangerment. Again,
reckless endangerment, wherever the seed of poverty D, that's where you don't want to be. 2 attempted first-degree murder. You what about having kids? And that's a different video that I'll do on. A friend of mine was saying about the numbers. Who care about the numbers? We got too much going on in the BC. We don't need a whole bunch of more darn kids. Not if you're gonna produce what's like this on the screen. If this is what you can produce, we sure as hell don't need it. Worried about some numbers and voting. It ain't worked for you yet. I hate to say this, but this last voting that the BC did, I don't think you really understand. Some people don't understand things. The replacement is here and it's already working. But you worry about voting for the Democrats? I listened to a video twice yesterday, a part of it, and I thought, wow, what he said is true. I said, that's the same thing the VC said. You might not like the Umar, I get it. But I don't agree with some things. He said something yesterday, I was like, But I said, that's the same thing the VC said. And we can already see it. I know I see it. By the time my people see it, it'll be too darn late. Worry about having more kids, more numbers. If you're going to produce this, we have to. It's a problem in the BC that needs to be addressed. Put the brakes on the birthing. It's too much of this on the screen. And we want to pretend. Environment. Well, a lot of people are born poor. They shouldn't just go up killing folks. Environment. Well, why would you keep having kids in this environment? That don't make any darn sense to me. So 2 charges, attempted first-degree murder when he was a juvenile. And they gave him another chance. And look what? Well, now he succeeded. Again, attempted first-degree, what was it? 2 charges, attempted murder. Now he has succeeded.
The date of birth matches the age police gave us. And based on that record, we see a case from February 3rd, 2020, meaning he would have been a juvenile when this happened.
17.
And he was transferred to adult court. Now, the charges were 2 criminal attempts, first-degree murder, aggravated assault, a gun charge.
2 criminal attempts, 2 first-degree murder attempts. He needed a second chance. I'm so sick of these mammoths. But yeah, I said put the mammoths on a penny with their thumbs. Well, they gave him a second chance. Look what he did. So now it went from attempted to murder. They're saying 4, based on allegations, 4 people are dead. He's a suspect. 4 people are dead, 3 injured. What does it say to you people? He's doing what he wants to do. People are doing what they want to do. There's nobody giving them a pill or some kind of murder whisperer. Go and do this. I mean, well, maybe it is, but they're doing what they want. They're making their decisions. They're doing what they want to do. Keep on making excuses. They had a movie, Death Becomes Her. In the BC, if you are around these self-hating chocolate drop dusties, it's highly probable that death awaits thee. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. It is mind-boggling just seeing it, let alone the people having to hear it. You heard that the girl's father, very upset. He's disturbed. As I said before, Dusty's being drama, Dusty's being trauma. The financial implications on this screen is too much dust in the nation. Simply Said here on YouTube. I'm out. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'm out.